Hello everyone, welcome back to our class. I'm Han. In the last lesson, you already learned about Vietnamese tone system. And remember that there are 6 tones in Northern Vietnamese accent. And today, I would like to show you how to say hello in Vietnamese. But it's not the only content of this lesson today. Our lesson today is divided into 3 main parts. The first part is Vietnamese basic personal pronouns. And the second part is how to say hello in Vietnamese. And the last part is how to say goodbye. Okay, let's begin with the first part, Vietnamese basic personal pronouns. In English, you normally call yourself I and you call other you. But Vietnamese consists of a large number of personal pronouns, and the way you use them depends on age, gender, and the relationship of the person you are talking to. Now, I would like to show you basic one you will often use to address yourself and address others. Let's start. When you are talking to the person who is around your age, you call him or her bạn. And you call yourself tôi. Tôi means I, and bạn can be translated into friend. Both tôi and bạn are neutral personal pronouns and can be used for both genders. When you are speaking to the person who seems to be older than you and about of your younger sibling's age, there will be 2 situations. If that person is male, you call him anh. And if that person is female, you call her chị. And you have to call yourself em. Right, okay. Anh literally means elder brother, and chị means elder sister. And em means younger sister or younger brother. Next, if you are talking to the person who is about your younger sibling's age, you call him or her em. As I told you before, em means younger sister or younger brother. Em can be used for both genders, and you have to call yourself anh if you are a male, and you call yourself chị if you are female. Anh means elder brother, and chị means elder sister. Next, when you are talking to the person who is in the same age as your grandparents, okay, so there will be 2 circumstances. If that person is male, you call him ông. And if that person is female, you call her bà. Ông means grandfather, and bà means grandmother. And you have to call yourself cháu. Cháu means niece or nephew or grandchild. Next, when you are talking to the person who is of your parents' elder sibling, it means that he or she might be older a little bit than your parent. You call him or her bác. Bác means aunt and uncle in general. And you have to call yourself cháu. Cháu. As I mentioned before, cháu means niece, nephew, or grandchild. Both cháu and bác can be used for both genders. Next, in case of you are having conversation with someone who is in the same age as your uncle or your aunt, and to be more specific, he or she could be younger than your parents. And if that person is a man, you call him chú. And if that person is a woman, you call her cô. chú can be translated into uncle, and cô means aunt. And you have to call yourself cháu. Cháu means niece or nephew or grandchild, right? Lastly, okay. So when you meet someone who is as young as your niece or your nephew or your grandchild, you call him or her cháu. Cháu, as I told before, means niece, nephew, or grandchild. Okay? So if you feel that person is as young as your grandchild, you call yourself ông in case of you are male, and you call yourself bà in case of you are female. So if you feel like you could possibly be around the age of that person, parents, you call yourself bác or chú or cô. Remember that bác can use for both gender, male or female. And chú means uncle, refer to the person who is younger a little bit than that person's parent. And cô refers to a woman who is younger a little bit than that person's parent too. Okay. So, in short, you call yourself tôi with a person who is around your age, and you call that person bạn. Tôi means I, and bạn can be translated into friend. And you have to call yourself em when you are talking to the person who is older a little bit than you, and you call that person anh if that person is a man, and you call that person chị if that person is a woman. And you have to call yourself cháu in case of you are talking to the person who is in the same age as your grandparents or your uncle or your aunt. Cháu means niece or nephew or grandchild. Okay, so that is the end of our first part. So is it complicated, right? But remember that they are just basic personal pronouns. It means that there is something more challenging than this. However, if you can remember and you can understand these basic personal pronouns that I have just shown you, is enough for beginners to communicate in most of situations in daily life in Vietnam. Okay, so now we will move on to the second part of our lesson today. How to say hello. Hello in Vietnamese means xin chào. One more time. Xin chào. And you see here, the first word is flat tone. Xin. And the second word is low falling tone. Chào. Again, one more time. Xin chào. And we have another way to say hello is you say chào and you choose the suitable second personal pronoun. Okay, so now I will give you some example using these structures, and let's practice with me. Okay, so imagine this is me, okay, a Vietnamese girl. When I meet someone who is around my age, okay, so let's get what I will say hello to her. Right, I will say chào bạn. Okay, you see here, chào means hello, and bạn is the second personal pronoun you will use to refer to someone who is in the same age as you. So, chào bạn means hello friend. So, how will she respond? She will say chào bạn too. Yes, okay. Next. Okay, when I meet someone who is younger a little bit than me, so how will I say hello to her? Yes, I will say Chào em. Okay. Em means younger sister or younger brother. Okay. So Chào em means hello younger sister or hello younger brother. Okay. So how will she respond to me? She will say Chào chị ạ. Okay. Chị. As I show you in the first part, chị means elder sister, but there is a new word here. What does ạ mean? Well, ạ is just an additional word that put at the end of the sentence to show your respect, to the person you are talking to. Okay. Next, when I meet someone who is older a little bit than me, so how will I say hello? Right, I will say Chào chị and ạ because I want to show my politeness, so I add the word ạ at the end of the sentence. Okay, Chào chị ạ. Chị means elder sister. So how will she say hello to me? Right? She will say Chào em. Hello younger sister. Okay. Next, if I meet a man who is a little bit older than me, so how will I say hello to him? Yes, I say Chào anh ạ. Anh means elder brother. And he will say Chào em. Hi, younger sister. Next, in case of I meet a man who is in the same age as my grandfather, so how will I say hello to him? Right, I will say Chào ông ạ. Ông means grandfather, and I have to add the word ạ at the end of the sentence to show my politeness. Right, and he will say Chào cháu. Cháu means niece or nephew or grandchild. Okay. Next, when I meet a woman who is in the same age as my grandmother, so how will I say? Yes, and you see here, I will say Chào bà ạ. Bà means grandmother, and she will say Chào cháu means hello grandchild. Okay, so now I will give you one more example. This is my student, and I'm her teacher. So let's see, what will she say hello to me? Okay, she will say Chào cô Hạnh ạ. Right, Chào cô Hạnh ạ. Hạnh is my name. Okay, so cô here, cô means aunt, but in this situation, cô refers to female teacher. So Chào cô Hạnh ạ can be translated into hello Miss Hạnh, right? So how I will respond to her? I will say Chào Trang. Chào Trang. Okay. There is a new word here. What does Trang means? Well, Trang is her name. So from this example, you can see that you can say chào with the appropriate personal pronoun, or you can say chào with the name of the person you are talking to. Okay, so in short, there are 3 ways to say hello in Vietnamese. The first way is to say xin chào. Xin chào. The second way, you say chào plus suitable second personal pronoun. And the last way to say xin chào is to say chào and add the name of the person you are talking to. Chào Hạnh. Okay, so that is the end of the second part of our lesson today. Let's move on to the last part, which is how to say goodbye. Luckily, the 2 structures, chào plus second personal pronoun and chào with the name, can be used to say goodbye, right? Very easy, right? Okay, and another way to say goodbye is tạm biệt. Okay, tạm biệt means goodbye, and remember that tạm biệt, both words are low tone. Tạm biệt. Right. Okay, so we have just finished the 3rd part of our lesson today. So in conclusion, you have just finished learning 3 parts. The first part is Vietnamese basic personal pronoun, and the second part is how to say hello in Vietnamese, and the last part is how to say goodbye. Our lesson today is complicated, right? But don't worry, practice makes perfect. So if you have any comment or any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. Tạm biệt. Goodbye.